Hi, welcome to my channel. Tonight we're going to be doing a little bit of planting out here on what we call our rock wall garden. This is the first thing you see when you pull into our driveway, and it's also the last thing we see when we take off. So we want to make sure it's planted up with lots of different color. So here's our rock wall. We've got all sorts of different perennials out here, lots of salvia, some daylilies, lamb's ear. I don't normally let my lamb's ear go to bloom like this, but I'm kind of enjoying it. And you can see we have a juniper hedge up here and really nice boulders. It's a really pretty area, lots of potential. You can see our salvia is about ready to be needing a good cutback, and then they'll push more blooms again later this summer. Same with these little guys. I need to go in and cut those back, cut off all their spent blooms. I've got a garden helper today. Are you excited?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
I should say it's also the day before the 4th of July. So July 3rd, and in... It is July 3rd, and we actually forgot that in our town they do a big fireworks show on the lake the day before the 4th of July. So we might, depending how long it takes us, we might be planting by the light of fireworks. So we'll see, that will be fun, but we're excited. So let me show you what we're gonna plant. So here is the plan. I was at Walmart the other day and I happened to see some Proven Winners Supertunia Bubblegum, and I thought, okay, we can add those. Those are annuals. We can add some annual color to our rock wall. And then I also saw these white Shasta Daisies, which are perennials. So I think both of those colors will be really pretty. Not too much planting, just enough to give it a nice pop. If you know anything about the Proven Winners Supertunias, especially any Supertunias that have the word Vista in their name, those are very vigorous and they grow to be very big. So these might look small when we start placing them, but as long as I keep up on their watering and their plant food, they're gonna grow and have a very big impact, hopefully. I've also got my little bulb auger. I have some slow release fertilizer, gloves, and then we have some potting mix because the soil on this rock wall isn't great, and there are some spots where it's just a little tricky just because of the boulders and the rocks. So I want to make sure I have a lot of soil to kind of stick in where the plants need it. And then I got some black mulch to top dress. We've got our little drink station here, our little sundowners, if you will. We're turning this into our garden date night. So we'll have those to enjoy as we start planting up the rock wall. We also have this little wire right here. This is for a light. So we're thinking about what kind of light we want to put in there. So that's what that is, in case you're wondering. We ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, so we got our flowers placed. I think what we're gonna do is replace kind of the dried out dead ones, and just, I found little pockets in the boulders and just tucked the bubble gum in where I thought it looked nice. So here, 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 and then just kind of worked my way around. And remember, these guys are looking pretty little right now. Not too little, but they're gonna get so much bigger. We'll replace that little guy. We do have a little drain right here, so that'll be interesting, but I'm thinking there's some soil. We can just wedge it right in there. Right here. All right, and then up above, because we have purple, we have yellow, and we have pink, I thought we needed a nice little pop of bright white. So we put our Shasta Daisies in 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. I think that's gonna look really nice. I'm leaving a little room in case I want to plant some fall flowers. Right now I have flowers that bloom in the spring, and of course we have our summer blooming perennials, and we're adding in our annuals, and I just want to make sure I get all of the seasons, or at least as much of them as I can. So I think the plan now is that we're just going to go through, make sure and dig a nice wide hole, fill it with fresh soil, fertilize, and plant.
Let's do it. We got a new helper too.
All right. Oh, all right. Our son's gonna help us.
I've been lost for so long, but you make me feel that I am on something true, something real. You make me believe, you make me feel again. Left behind back at the station, suddenly there's no one else but me around. Lost my thought in translation. Oh, if I could only bring this back around. I have been lost for so long, but you make me feel that I am on something true, something real. You make me believe when I need it the most, when there are clouds over me with a security. You'd be my Holy Ghost, 'cause you make me feel that I am on something true, something real. You make me believe, you make me feel again. You make me believe, you make me feel again. You make me believe, you make me feel again.
All right, we got everything planted, all of the Supertunia bubblegum at the base. I really like how they look tucked into these little nooks at the base of the boulders, and then our pops of white Shasta Daisies. One there, one there, one there. I think they look very bright and happy. We did go in and add some mulch just right around the flowers we just planted. We do need to do the whole rock wall and give it a nice fresh layer, but I just wanted to get some mulch down because we have some really hot days coming up, and I figure just any little extra thing that can help kind of retain moisture would be helpful. So here they are. And again, these Supertunias are going to really grow quickly, and they're going to become quite vigorous. So in terms of taking care of these Supertunias, I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing with all of my other annuals and using the Proven Winners water-soluble plant food. My other containers are looking wonderful, and in fact, I'll go ahead and walk you around and show you a few of my favorites real quick. All right, as promised, I wanted to just show you a few containers on my back deck. These are the ones that I've been super diligent with all of my containers, but these are the ones I'm especially proud of. We have a little too much yellow going on, but other than that, I just think this container is so pretty. But all of my pots are just doing so well. I'm really happy with the Proven Winners. I think it's money well spent. You definitely get the bang for your buck. This is my husband's favorite container right here. This is the Supertunia, Supertunias, purple fountain grass in the middle. This guy's starting to get his plume, and those are going to rise up. Really pretty. So really fun evening of planting. Like I said, I'm going to circle back around tomorrow morning and hook everything up to drip so that we have nice consistent watering, especially as these hot days hit us. For now, we're going to go inside, maybe sit out on the balcony and enjoy the fireworks show. All right, good morning. It is the next day. I'm out here working on getting all the drip installed. I want to show you what I just did. So I just cut this little 1/4-inch tube that was running here. I put in this little T connector, and then I added some spaghetti tubing here and added, this is a 1 gallon per hour drip emitter. I put that right here behind the Shasta Daisy. When I do this, I try to create kind of like a little well so the water builds up there. It doesn't just run off since we're on a hill. So I have that, and then another little T connector, and I'm running more tubing down to the Supertunias. So this is it's kind of like a little maze. There might be a million better ways to do this, but this is kind of what I've come up with so far. So I'll be running this down. I'll hide this tubing, of course, with some more mulch or just bury it down. And then I'm just going to add in another drip emitter. I'm going to try the 1 gallon per hour emitters for these Supertunias and just see how they do. If I need to up that, I can always swap them out just real quick for 2 gallon per hour emitters. Okay, so here I kind of had to dig down, but I found some tubing here. I've got 2 Supertunias, one here down below. I'm going to make a T and then run another little piece off to this side and another one to this side.
Your door. I know one thing for sure, I've never been so close before. It's one way or the other, no way in between. I ain't getting any younger, and you will stay forever a dream. You were truly my lover, but it was over so fast.
Okay, I got all of the drip connected. Now, I should have said earlier, they do make little T coupler connector things. I couldn't find any of those, and that's why I ended up using these little T bars, which worked, but you get a little bit extra of this, intersections going on. I'm going to go through and lay down some mulch, which will help that kind of lay down flat so it's a little more hidden. I had a few landscape staples. That was the other thing. I should have grabbed more. So I tried to use those kind of in the places that really seemed like the spaghetti tubing was kind of trying to jump up. And again, laying down mulch will help kind of hold it in place. So you can see I just kind of have this webbing all over of the spaghetti tubes, but no one really messes with this area, so I think it'll be fine. But yeah, I think everything's going to work really well. I think I'm going to give it a quick little test and then I'll start mulching. All right, our water is on. You can see that guy dripping. I think that'll be okay. We'll see. I'm curious kind of how saturated the ground will get from that. You can see all of our little emitters just dripping away. Just going through real quick and kind of testing them. I went ahead and helped this guy out and gave him an emitter too. Poor thing's been struggling. I've been neglecting it a bit. All right, and you can kind of see how I've made these little wells. Because we're on a hill, I'm trying to kind of make a little flat spot right above the roots so that the water kind of pools and collects instead of just running off and kind of puddling down here at the base. Just trying to kind of collect that water as best I can. Okay, we got everything mulched, everything's hooked up. I think things got enough water. I might need to increase the drip line time, but I think it looks really nice. So that definitely took a lot longer than I thought it would. I ended up being out here for almost 2 hours. Well worth it though. I'm really excited to watch these flowers grow. And like I said last night, the bubblegums are going to grow very quickly. They love heat, and as long as I'm giving them the plant food and keeping them consistently moist, I think they're really gonna love it out here on our rock wall. So looking really good. I'm excited. The last thing I'm gonna do is just come out and spray off the rocks, clean them up a little bit, and get all of the loose mulch kind of into its little channels. I tend to sprinkle things on the rocks as I was going, so I just want to tidy that up, and then I think I'll call it a day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.